go out there. Hopefully this will be something for everyone. I'm gonna get to work because I don't know how much time I have before little feet come pounding in this room. So come to child's pose. And if child's pose doesn't work, you're gonna lay on your back and just completely relax in Savasana. So you can really take something that feels really good to you. So in child's pose, let the knees open wide. See if you can get the big toes to touch. Let the arms extend off of your shoulders and let the forehead rest right in the center of the mat. And then just start to breathe. Start to draw the breath in through the tip of the nose, down the back of the throat, length of the spine, spreading across your lower back, into your hips, into your thighs. And then as you exhale, just let things soften and settle. You've made this time, you've already set this intention. You're already practicing. I think a lot of people think that you have to do a bunch of poses to do yoga. All you have to do is set an intention to breathe and to listen. And then slowly, as you take this next breath in, start to move into a quadruped position onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers out nice and wide and see if you can root every single knuckle down like you really mean it and actually feel like you're grabbing the floor and pulling up into your hands, and then engage your biceps a little bit. And then as you inhale, arch your back and find a little cow variation, lifting the heart, sending the tailbone or the sitting bones in an opposite direction. And as you exhale, press the floor away, pull the navel to the spine, and let your head just drop. And do that a couple more times. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, lifting your head, lifting your gaze, nice soft gaze. And then follow your exhale, round through the spine, undulate vertebrae by vertebrae until the tailbone drops. And one more time, inhale. And then press through the floor, arch the back, exhale. And then find your way into that quadruped position again and engage your biceps. So push the floor away with your hands and hollow out your armpits and flex your biceps. And then feel as though you're pulling your knees. Can you guys see that? Pulling your knees towards your wrists and then pulling your wrists towards your knees. And what you're gonna feel is your core there. You can stay there, especially if you're a beginner, or curl your toes under. Keep that same action, keep that same effort, but just hover your knees a few inches above the floor. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And as you exhale, really push the floor away with your hands. Keep your knees a little bit bent and move yourself back into downward facing dog. Let your head hang and then just let your left heel drop and bend your right knee a lot. So you feel your right thigh and the right side of your abdomen really on top of each other. And then switch. Lift both heels for a brief second and then let your right heel drop, bend your left knee. Allow the right heel to go closer towards the floor. Relax your face, keep pressing your hands into the floor. And then move back and forth a few times, bending the right knee and the left knee. Nice and easy. We're at a slow pace here, just kind of stretching out the backs of the legs, saying hi to what's going on back there. And then lift both of your heels up high, take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower both of the heels towards the floor. On your next inhale breath, lift your heels up high. Come through that cat, so that means tailbone down, belly in, roll yourself forward, find plank, and then lower your knees. Take a full breath, inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest and your chin to the floor. Squeeze your elbows right alongside your rib cage as you lower, and then slide all the way onto your belly. Elbows squeeze into the rib cage, biceps tight, uncurl your toes, and then inhale, lift your chest. So I'm not very high, but this is Cobra pose. Y'all, you don't have to be all the way up here to be in Cobra, especially if you're a beginner, you're just starting out. If your chest is lifted up off the mat and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you and you're active and you're breathing, you're in the pose. Think about where you feel it, okay? Do you feel it in your neck? Do you feel it in your lower back? If it's a good feeling, then go for it. But if it feels kind of, intense and yucky, back off a little bit. Take a breath. Inhale. And then press the floor away as you exhale and just slide back into child's pose again. And take a breath there. Inhale through your nose. As you exhale, just roll yourself up. Take your time, one vertebrae at a time. Come to seated. And then find a comfortable seat. And then let's just pause for a moment before we go any further, bringing your hands to your heart center. So you've already done the work to make this practice available to you. You've already pushed the button. You've already decided to do this. So well done. Well done. But I always love to start all of my practices with a blessing. So let's take a second. Really, really take a second. And recognize the impact this practice can have on your day. The impact this practice can have on your attitude, on your beliefs, on how well you stay connected to yourself, on how you speak to other people in your life, on your response, not your reactions. This could change your entire day. So take a second and ask that this practice be a blessing, that through this practice you stay mindful and conscious and grounded and sensitive, and that you're just awakened in every single beautiful way that you can be awakened, and that you release whatever needs to be released today. Bow your chin towards your chest and open up your eyes. Okay, we could end right there. I'm just kidding. All right, back onto your hands and knees. So roll it forward. We've already done down dog, so go ahead and spread your fingers, curl your toes under, and come back to down dog, and you'll feel pretty good getting back there since you've already done some work. And then for this first one, take your right leg up towards the sky. It doesn't have to go very high. Bend your knee and see if you can open up your hip. If this is too much for you, you're gonna lower your left knee down and do these hip circles, which we're gonna do from a bent knee position, okay? Otherwise, stay in downward facing dog. You're gonna open up the hip and stack the pelvis. Left hip under right hip, and then just start to draw some circles. So describe kind of like some semicircles around, going to the right, coming down and around, maybe one more. And then reverse that direction. So you're gonna go in towards the belly, out towards the side, and then up and back. In towards the belly, out towards the side, and then up and back, and then go one more. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, draw your right thigh towards your chest. Now see if you can keep that there and lift your left heel up high. And then remember that little undulation we did? You're gonna do that again. Roll forward, find that three-legged plank variation. My beginners, lower your left knee down to the floor. And if you're not a beginner, you're just gonna slowly look forward and step the right foot forward. If you're a beginner, come down to the knee, grab your ankle, and pull it through. And then staying on that left knee if you wanted to, staying on fingertips, or if you got a couple blocks handy, that's really great. Come up high on the ball of your foot if you'd like. Take a full breath in, letting that hip drop, looking right ahead. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Take your left leg up to the sky, or you can always lower the right knee, remember. Bend your left knee, open up the hip and bend the knee. And then try to come into some circles. Let's do 3, 2, exhale as it draws in, one more. Reverse that direction, come out, around, and in. Up as you inhale, exhale as that thigh comes towards you. One more. Thigh towards you, hold there, lift your right heel up high, and again, use your core strength and roll yourself forward into this three-legged plank variation, or you can always lower your right knee down, right? Lower your right knee down and you're in like knee to nose. Step your left foot forward, and either you're on your knee, you could be on a couple blocks here, or books are really great too. Lift your right knee up and you're in a low lunge. This should feel pretty good. Take a full breath in, and exhale. One more. On this one, you're gonna look forward and actually slide your right foot in to meet your left, and come to the front of your mat and fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips again, tone right underneath your belly. Maybe bend your knees a little bit, relax your shoulders, and come all the way up with a flat back. Bring your hands to your heart center. Finding samasthiti, that back to the beginning, back to the basics, back to remembering that you are okay, that you have all that you need, that you're taken care of. And back to gratitude for your body and for your breath. Feels really good to move. Here we go. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up, really stretch, touching your palms, maybe. And then exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Roll up, roll the shoulders back and look ahead. And on your exhale breath, step your right foot back to a lunge. Good. Take a full breath in here. And then exhale, step back to plank. Good, my beginners, lower your knees, chest and chin, or lower from your feet. Exhale, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. I'm coming up a little higher this time because I feel a little better. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, or remember child's pose is available. Inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, come through that little knee to nose position and step your foot forward. Pause there in your low lunge, look forward. And then exhale, step your left foot forward to meet your right and fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up, big breath in. We're going right back down. Exhale, forward fold, toe in your belly, come all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, look ahead. This time as you exhale, step your left foot back to a lunge. Take your time. Inhale, pause, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back to plank and lower either from your knees or your feet. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. You got it. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale all the air out. Yeah, I thought we needed to pause for a sec. Left leg high, inhale. Pull it through, exhale. Stay on the ball of your right foot as you inhale, look ahead. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Samasthiti, and just pause and breathe. Good, bend your knees, fix your pants. Bend your knees, move your sit bones back. Draw your ribs and your belly in, waistline back. And then if you're a beginner, just stay here with your hands at your heart center. If you have more breath, more muscle, more effort ready for you, reach your arms straight up to the sky. This is Utkatasana chair pose. So Utkatasana is really meant to be like a burner. You're supposed to feel a lot of heat in this pose. It's a warm up. So you should feel your quads burning, you should feel your glutes burning, you should feel your core burning. Like, it's okay, it's all good, let it burn. I promise it's temporary, and I promise it'll go away when you stop. Take one more breath, inhale, lift your chest, maybe look up. And then exhale, forward fold, well done. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. This time, stay on the ball of your left foot. Inhale, come all the way up, crescent lunge. And then you're gonna open up your arms, almost like you're just letting the heart just get super bright. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend your back knee, and just wrap yourself up, give yourself a little hug there. Take another breath, inhale, open up the arms, straighten the back leg. I've got a little cabinet here. Exhale, wrap yourself up. One more time, inhale, open up the arms. Good. Exhale, wrap yourself up. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, look up. And as you exhale, take a twist to your right. So left elbow to outer right thigh. Here's the modification. Left knee down, right hand to thigh. Press your right hand into your thigh, gaze towards the sky, relax your shoulders. Breathe, inhale. More breath, exhale. Good, keep squeezing the left glute and engaging and bringing it upward. One more breath. Good, bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. All the way to the inside, hug your right knee in. So a lot of times we wanna go, right? We're gonna get there, I promise. For now, just hug your right knee in and hug your left hip forward. and then pull your sternum forward. Maybe you stay on your fingertips. Maybe you come down to your forearms if that works for you, or maybe like a halfway point. Take another breath there. Okay, everything softens. Bring your hands back to the floor. Curl your left toe under and lift your left knee. That's it. Pivot on your left foot now and seal the outer edge of your left foot. Keep your right hand on your right fingertips or your hand on the inside of your right foot. And then slowly inhale, twist open to the left side. So you're gonna give yourself a big open twist. Blocks are really amazing here. You can have a really tall block. And this gives you so much space right along the right side of the body. Take another full breath in. This is side angle pose, but we're taking it from the ground up, which is really extremely grounding. One more breath. And exhale. Take your left arm straight down towards the floor. Bring your fingertips to the floor and then just slide your left foot in a few inches. Press your right foot into the floor, straighten your right leg, draw your outer right hip back. Inhale, look forward, relax your shoulders. Exhale, fold. So you're trying to guide your chin towards your shin here. At the same time, you're moving your outer right hip back, but pushing down really intentionally into your right big toe ball mound. Scissor the thighs like they're a pair of scissors. We've heard this one before, but you want to close them. Take one more breath. Good. Plant your hands and just step your right foot back to downward facing dog. If you want to flesh it out with a little vinyasa here, feel free. Otherwise, you can stay in down dog or you can rest for a beat in child's pose. Take about 2 breaths. One more together. Breathe in and out. And then take your time, slowly make your way back into down dog if you took a child's pose. Look forward and either walk or hop to the front of your mat. Find a halfway lift as you inhale and fold forward, exhale. Come all the way up, deep breath in. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi, exhale. Bend your knees, find Utkatasana again. Ribs in, waistline back, fix your pants. We should call this fix your pants pose. Relax your shoulders, sit bones back, good, belly in. One more breath in here, and then fold forward, this one's shorter. Halfway lift, inhale. Good, exhale, plant your hands, and you can step yourself back, finding a vinyasa here. Plank to knees, if you want, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg nice and high as you inhale, and step it forward as you exhale. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Inhale, come all the way up, and we're right up into that crescent lunge. Let's do that little hug pose again. You're gonna open up the arms. This is actually called, I forgot, I think breath of life. Inhale, open, exhale, hug, and bend your right knee at the same time. Inhale, open the arms, and then exhale, hug and bend your knee at the same time. Inhale, open the arms, straighten the leg, and exhale, hug and bend the knee. You got one more. Open, straighten, and hug and bend. And then from there, inhale, open and straighten. This one reaches up. Exhale, twist to the left. So my more advanced yogis, we're just looking for that half-hour practice. You can stay here. Remember that you can always stay high on the ball of the foot. It's a good one. If you want to take a modification, walk to the inside of your left foot. Right hand to the block, left hand to the thigh. Twist. Easy does it, right? Breathe in. Shoulders away from the ears, breathe out. Good, more breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And twist. Well done. Come back to the center. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. So again, if you want to stay here, you can, but don't go into that knee open pose. Stay here, hug in, hug the inner thighs, maybe the forearms to the floor, maybe not. I like a block here for my forearms because I just want to rest my wrists and it gives me that little edge there. One more breath. Good job. And then take it easy, come off that block. Good, bring your hand to the floor. The left hand can be on a block, remember here. You're gonna lift your right knee and you're gonna pivot on your back foot. And check your feet out, make sure that your left heel is in alignment with your right heel, or even your arch, that works too. Just not outstepped pretty far, right? So you're pretty much heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Your hands to the floor or a tall block, especially if you're a beginner. Find that tall block and then twist it open to your right, and this should feel really good. Both shoulders are pulled down onto the back, tailbone long. Beautiful bright spine, beautiful bright heart. Breathe. One more. And then take your time slowly bringing the hands to the floor. 2 blocks are really nice here, by the way. Pivot back to the ball of your right foot and just slide your right foot in a few inches so you're shortening the distance between your left and right foot. Straighten both legs. Pull the outer left hip back. Press down into the left big toe. Pull your heart forward, take a breath in, and then exhale, fold. Stay on your fingertips if you can, or on a couple of tall blocks, especially if you're new. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. One more. And take your hands to the floor. Step your left foot back, find downward facing dog. You've done really good work today, yogis. Take one more breath there. Exhale, come down onto your knees. Big toes touching, child's pose. You're going to slowly roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Slide your feet out from underneath your hips. Take your legs out in front. Walk yourself maybe to the edge of your mat. Reach your arms forward, take a breath, or use your hands. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, so while you're down, walk your heels in a little bit closer so that maybe you could just tickle your ankles there. And then just take a pause button here. Take a breath in and exhale it out. And then tone your belly. Tip your pelvic bone, or your pubic bone, towards your navel. Press your heels into the floor and peel your spine up off of the mat 1 vertebrae at a time. That's a really nice, soft way to introduce bridge. And it gets the hamstrings to engage before the glutes, which is kind of what we want. You can stay here, right? Stay here is perfect. Or you can take your hands and interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your upper arm bones in just beneath your upper body. And press down through the outer edges of your arms. Keep the heart open and the back of the neck long. And you're really nice and bright here. Feet are parallel to each other. If you're not quite sure if they're parallel, turn your toes in a little bit, heels out. And then again, kneecaps forward, quads lift. Another breath. And then exhale, release your arms, palms facing up. See if you can roll down just as gracefully as you've rolled up. Take your feet out just as wide as your mat and just start to sway a little bit from side to side. Easy does it. And then once you get a good sway in, let the right knee sway in and just stay there. And then maybe take your left ankle and tack it right over the front of your right knee so that you get a little more sensation across the front of the right thigh. It's not necessary though. If you have your foot tapped, you're going to bring it back down. Sweep your knees back to the center as you inhale, exhale over to the right. And again, this is really to get the front of the left hip and the psoas to stretch. Point the knee towards the floor if you want more sensation. Again, your right foot can just go right across the front of that left thigh. You've got a little block here. Again, it's not necessary. You've done good work today, yogis. You've done really good work today. Release the foot. If you've tapped that foot, bring it back to center. Good. Knock the knees in towards each other for a moment. And then slowly extend your legs out in front of you. Take them as wide as the mat. Arms are open, palms facing up. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Big exhale at the mouth. Do it again. Inhale. Big exhale. Let everything soften. Close your eyes. This is the best part. If your lower back is sensitive, I totally recommend you grabbing a block or a book or a pillow and sticking it underneath your pelvis or your back. So underneath pelvis or lower back. And that's going to help you release your psoas, which is one of the reasons why we start to develop some tension in Savasana after yoga. So that'll help release it. That'll help you get into a neutral pelvis. If you feel pretty relaxed, just bring your awareness to the seam between you and your body. Notice how you feel. Relax your toes and the skin across the top of your feet. Relax your ankles and your shin bones. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs and your pelvis and your lower belly. Relax your heart, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your fingertips. Let everything go. Let your whole body be held. As you're resting here, feel the support of the earth. Feel grounded. Feel connected. Feel loved. Relax your jaw and your tongue. And the skin on your face. Letting everything go. And then maybe slowly, if you have more time, stay right where you're at. Otherwise, start to move your toes and your ankles. Hug your knees into your chest. Remember who you are. Here comes my memory and my reminder of who I am. Come on in. Come on in. Roll to your right side. Come on in. Come here. I love you. What's the matter? Told you you could do it. You can do it. Even if it's just a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to bring our hands together in gratitude for this practice and for this day, for our body and for our breath. You want to help me? That's okay. I'm going to do it for you. Ready? Thank you so much for our body and for our breath. Thank you for every moment that this day has given us. Thank you for this practice. Let's simply ask that we stay present and available, full of love and full of grace in every moment of this day. Namaste. You can say namaste, right? Yes, you can. Perfect timing, right? Well, I'm going to keep posting videos on this channel. Please subscribe. I don't even know how to do that. And like this page, subscribe, and like my page if you like what you're doing. Yeah, that's so funny. But anyway, I'm just happy to be able to do this for y'all. And again, that was a beginner, short, 25-minute, I think, yoga practice. I think we hit everything. So I'm just grateful for you guys. Thanks. Have a great day. Say have a great day at least. No. All right. Let's go shut it off and see how it turned out, yeah?